So let's just look at this. Eden. Now we need to know our Bible. He's talking about the Garden of Eden, which we hear about in the first book of the Bible. When God creates the world, which we read about in Genesis, He creates the Garden of Eden. So this is the origin of life, and it is pure. People were innocent in the Garden of Eden. There was no sin. So he says the juice and the joy of spring are the same. They are a strain. They are linked to. They are part of. They come from Eden Garden, of the earth's sweet being in the beginning. Genesis, in the beginning. So they are the same as what would have been found in the beginning in the Garden of Eden, where the earth began, and it was sweet, beautiful and pure and untouched by sin. That's what made the earth so sweet at the beginning. And then he breaks here, and he talks directly to Jesus Christ, whom he calls Lord. And what does he ask Jesus Christ, Lord, to do? He says, please have it and get it before it cloys and clouds and sours with sinning. So what is it that Christ must have and get? This is what Christ must take hold of. The innocent minds of girls and boys. So he's drawing a direct parallel. In the world, in nature, it is spring. In people, it's when you have girls and boys, they are young. They are in the springtime of their life. And in the same way that this spring world is full of innocent juice and joy and energy, so young girls and boys have innocent minds. And he says to Christ, won't you please kind of take hold of those innocent minds, have them, get them, win them over to you, because you would choose them. You would choose these innocent minds in girls and boys. Win these young people over to you before the minds, cloy and cloud and sour with sinning. I think the easiest one to understand is sour with sinning. Sin is evil. Sin is wickedness. And sin destroys the innocence in the innocent minds. Cloy means disgust. We usually think of the kind of disgust you feel when you've had too many sweets and you've eaten sweet after sweet after sweet, and somebody offers you a sweet and you say, oh no, I couldn't bear it. The word we use in English is cloy. You've had so much sweetness in your mouth, you couldn't bear anymore. So that sense of disgust, before it clouds, before it cloys, clouds, it starts to darken. So before sin takes over and cloys and clouds and sours these innocent minds. Why does he use the word May Day? Because April and May are the early months of spring and then the sort of early part of summer. So May Day represents that day when you celebrate spring and children have a festival. And he says May Day in girl and boy. So we're celebrating their youth and their innocence. And he says that Christ would most choose the innocent girls and boys, and they would be worthy to win them to him. They are worthy because they are innocent. O maid's child is another reference to Jesus, because Jesus is the son of the Virgin Mary. So just look at that stanza again. What is all the juice and the joy? So the juice and the joy in the real natural world is a strain of the earth's sweet being in the beginning in Eden garden, is the same as the innocent energy and spring in Eden. So there's your link to religion and the Bible. And then the whole of the rest of this part of the poem is this plea to Christ, have, get, before it cloy, before it cloud, Christ, Lord, and sour with sinning, innocent mind and May Day and girl and boy, most, O maid's child, thy choice, and worthy the winning. If we had a look at it, it's, I appeal to you, Christ, Lord, who is also the child of the Virgin Mary. I appeal to you to have and get the innocent mind of girls and boys before it sours with sinning, because this innocent mind is mostly the thing that you would choose, or what you would choose most, and would be worthy the winning. So I know that that end bit in particular is quite difficult with the way that he structures his sentences. But if you read it, you will hear the kind of appeal that he's making, and you will see how he creates the sense of urgency at the end of the poem. This is something I really, Christ, you need to do this. Don't let young people fall into sin. Don't let them become spoilt by sin, clouded, darkened. Don't let their enjoyment of the sweetness of spring become indulgent and turn to disgust.